What's going on, y'all? Today I had a court date for this case right here. It's against the police department, the city of New York or whatever. And you see the index number, which means this case been going on since 2023. That's a long time. And this is a motion for summary judgment. And you can see in the summary judgment motion, I set the return date, which is the hearing date. I set it for August 13th, 2025. But the judge don't have to agree with that when I submit my papers. He can set a date that's convenient for his calendar or whatever. So he set it for September 15th, 2025, which is today. And I want to point out in this short to y'all how the judge ruled. He granted an adjournment for the defendant, being biased in their favor. He granted an adjournment, and the defendant didn't have a right to even request an adjournment. Now here's his request for an adjournment. You can see he's saying this is the first request, and the reason why he's requesting an adjournment is to timely interpose opposition papers. He's talking about this. He want to oppose this summary judgment motion. Now this is a civil case, of course, and there's rules when it comes to civil cases and filing oppositions. And here's the rules right here. It falls under CPLR 2214. Here's the paper right here. You could also pull it up, but here's the paper 2214. It falls under that. It says right here, you are serving a motion by mail. You must choose a date that is at least 13 days after the motion papers are mailed. If you want copies of the other side's opposition papers, at least 7 days in advance of the hearing date to be able to review them and reply to them. You should choose a date that gives the other side at least 16 days of notice. If you are serving a motion by mail, the hearing date should be at least 21 days after the motion papers are mailed. So these papers was mailed 7/29/2025. You feel what I'm saying? And the return date is today. That's the hearing date. So if the papers was mailed 7/29/2025 and the hearing date is September 15th, 2025, which is today, that's more than 21 days after the papers was mailed. So he should have his opposition in 7 days in advance, 7 days prior to today. Pay attention. He didn't do that. And he didn't have a right to even request an adjournment. And here's the certified mail showing that it got mailed out the 29th, and the judge still granted his adjournment. Here's the document list too. You see? Return receipt, certified mail.